Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In my last video, I talked about why I moved to the US and things that came along with that, reactions from friends, from family, and my first few steps after getting here. And in this video, I'm going to talking about my first impression of the US, what I observed as I got here, and things like that. So stay tuned. Okay, so it was a 22 hours flight, like I said in my previous video, and I had to take like three different flights. I took one flight to Ghana, and then from Ghana I took another one to Washington, and then from Washington I took to Bozeman. So it was like 3 flights, and that means my first stop in the US was Washington. So because it was my first time coming to the US, I had to go through like custom checking and things like that, which was pretty normal. It was okay, not so stressful, but like it was highly coordinated, and I was like, these guys are actually very coordinated. And yeah, I saw people. It was my first time seeing like lots of different people that are not from my tribe or from my culture, and it was like weird because like I was quiet the whole time because yeah, I didn't know these people and I didn't know how to like relate with them at the airport, and I was actually tired. So yeah, that was what I observed at the airport. It was just a lot of different people trying to get through customs and things like that. Okay, as you might have known or may not know, Bozeman is a very beautiful place, and I probably did not know about that before coming here. So I got to the airport in Bozeman and I was like, oh my god, this is beautiful. It was simple, but like it was very beautiful. If you've never been to Bozeman, you should probably think about that because like it's very beautiful. And then yeah, I didn't have to deal with transportation or like taxis because I had someone come pick me up, and that was one of the Nigerian people, which was really nice. I didn't have to like stress myself or like pay extra for things like that. And then they drove me into the campus area, and it was really nice. I was amazed because it was so pretty, and I met people. It was fun. The weather was, like I said in my previous video, I felt it was like too cold, but yeah, right now that is not cold anymore. It's like hot. But yeah, that was my observation. Like the weather was cold, it was beautiful, the sky was so pretty. That was one thing I would like always cherish forever in my life. I feel like the sky in Bozeman is very, very pretty. I mean, I've been to California and my uncle would argue or my aunt would argue, but I feel like the sky in Bozeman is so pretty. I would say one thing I wasn't like one thing I was like amazed by was like everyone I met, like either Nigerian or not, they're like all smiley, they all had like smiles on their faces. Like they would not actually know you, and then like once you make eye contact, just smile. I feel like that's a really nice behavior or attitude. Like you don't have to know someone to like give them a smile. That might be like what they need for the day. So that was really nice, and I liked that about Bozeman. And I feel like only Bozeman does that, but I don't know, cause yeah, nothing against California, it's just that those people don't smile to nobody. But yeah, that's it. Another thing that was amusing to me was that at MSU, everyone was willing to help. Like that was like so good, and I was like, yeah, I think I'm in the right place. Like everyone were like there to help out with whatever problems you have, and yeah, it was just so coordinated. My first place of stay, I stayed at one of the Nigerians' home, and it was really nice. They're also like PhD students, and then they allowed me stay with them. About the living conditions compared to the one in Nigeria. Here, it was so nice that the government provided like most of the stuff. In Nigeria, it's usually like you provide your stuff yourself. You make your borehole, like you provide water for yourself. But like electricity though, like the government helps with that. But I also saw that there were lots of like apartments compared to personal houses, and that was surprising because back in Nigeria we don't have lots of apartments. We have lots of like your own house, and yeah, that was quite different. So I had to learn to know that there's someone living downstairs, and since I'm upstairs I should learn to be not as like disturbing, and I should be conscious of the fact that I have people living around me. So that was nice to take note of. Also, it was nice to see they had places like Winkle, Walmart, because in Nigeria we don't have Winkle and Walmart obviously, but we also have supermarkets, but we had this roadside markets also. But like it's very, I don't think, well, I've seen it once, but like it's very rare to find someone selling something by the roadside here. So in my opinion, I feel like this is better because you don't have like roadside markets. But then I feel like sometimes when you need stuff urgently, the roadside markets might be helpful. One other thing that I observed is that everyone was like loving and caring, and I feel like that is most important when you're moving from where you know people to a place where you're completely lost and you don't know anyone, and then there are people around who like love you and care for you and are willing to help you in times of need. So I feel like that was very nice. I feel like I've had really nice experiences so far. About the neighborhood, I feel like it was nice. There's not a lot going on around where I stay though, because it's like a campus environment. So I was able to go around the school, explore places. Although I felt like I wouldn't be able to know all those places at once because there was a lot of information when they were taking me on the tour. But right now, pretty much used to it. And then I went to a nearby town. Would I call it a town now? Yeah. In Montana, I went to Butte at some point. Yeah. I'm not gonna say no comments about Butte. I went to Belgrade at some point for a friend's birthday, and I feel like they're all nice places, but Bozeman is still my best place. Also, remember I talked about how I was like searching for churches, and yeah. So one of the things that I noticed, actually at first I thought they didn't have lots of churches. But then eventually, as I got to know the town, I saw a lot more churches than I thought were actually in Bozeman. But like at first, I thought it was just two churches. And then I was like, well, that's quite weird, but it's pretty okay. Overall, my first impression of the US was quite good. It wasn't short of what I expected. And I guess maybe because I came to a quiet area, like I mean if I went to the LA or to like, I don't know, wherever is like everything's like buzzing and stuff, I feel like it'll be a whole different experience. But coming to Bozeman was pretty nice. It was doable, and I didn't have any bad experiences or bad first impressions. It was alright. I hope you liked the video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, please. Thank you. Also follow me on social media. Follow me on Instagram, latday_precious should be displayed right now. I would also like to know your first impressions of the US, so I would love it if you guys comment in the comment section below, and let me know your experiences. I'd like to know people's views about the US when they first got here. Okay, so coming up, we're going to be talking about a day in the US, like my day, a day in the life of Precious in the US. I feel like it's going to be a very exciting video. Might be a little bit chaotic because I don't know how that is going to go yet, but anticipate.